All right, good morning, everybody. It's the Fuck It, You Only Live Once show today.
Yes, it
That's
is.
right. That's right. We're back, and it's wow. It's 7 years since I talked to this person. So much has happened. So
Yeah.
much has changed.
Yes.
A lot for the better. Maybe a little
Yes.
things for the worse, but that things are in the world and has nothing to do with us. We're
We have
living
no
in our own worlds.
we have no control. If we were running this world, people would be fed. There'd be no fucking hunger. There'd be no hunger. We would be fed. All right. We would it would be about family. We'd go back to the kitchen table.
There
Like the
you
world would be
go.
a fucking better place, bro. What up? Maybe we need to get on a ticket.
Hey, I've been saying, and,
Mm.
and before we went on the air, I said I don't do politics. I don't get into politics or whatever. But politics needs people like us who are just like common sense, level headed, straight up people. No bullshit. Come on, hello.
Like, first of all, you didn't officially fucking
I didn't
introduce.
even introduce
Why
you.
don't you do that so I can say what I have to fucking say? Okay, good.
Okay.
Good.
The bomb chica is here. She's got stuff to say. She was on America's Got Talent season 8. She was on MasterChef season 10. She's been on hundreds and hundreds of commercials,
Yes.
and she's on social media every day. We're going to find out everything else she's doing, but she's cooking her way into everybody's stomach, hearts, and she's singing while she does it.
Yes.
Deanna, the bomb chica cologne.
What up,
That's
everybody?
one of the things that's changed since the last time you were here.
What? Oh, yes, I got
Yeah.
married in 2016. I met my husband on Tinder. I had no idea I was meeting him. Okay, let me explain. So I was doing a singing job with actually Fernando Varela, one of the other contestants on America's Got Talent. We got close. He like hired me to do this big show in Florida. I flew from I think I was in Aruba, no, St. Lucia. I was in St. Lucia vacationing with my girlfriend, living my best life. And I flew to Florida and I was diligently looking for a husband. Like, I was like, okay, like, I'm going to look for a husband. When a guy's like, hey, what are you trying to get on this? I'm going to be like a husband. And that scared them all away. Trust me. Like, very few stayed in the inbox.
Yeah,
But,
not many go on Tinder for a husband.
well, it's interesting. It's interesting. Let me say one thing about that. We'll get back to the story, but let me say I was on all the apps at that point. I was like, okay, God does for those who does that do for themselves. Okay, so I'm going to be on Match, Christian Mingle. I'm going to be on all of them. Honey, you meet all the same scumbags. Doesn't matter what app. You got a guy who wants to bang you out. It's what it is, honey. That eHarmony fool was like, "Ooh, let me go on eHarmony because these chicks are gonna think that I want a relationship and really I just want to bang them out." See, those are the guys that are smart. The stupid guys go on Tinder. So anyway, I'm teasing. Let me just tell you, it's across the gamut, and I think any woman watching this will be like, "She's right." If that is your intention, you can go on any of those apps and you can meet somebody to do that. If your intention is to find a husband, I believe you have to look a lot longer on an app like maybe Tinder, but you will find somebody. So, inbox full of idiots, and I'm in Florida. And I thought, see, this is how I was born in the 70s and don't really get technology, because I thought that in my stack, I was at the hotel. I was like, oh, let's go to Club Tinder, which is basically me on my app. So I went to Club Tinder the night before the gig and going through, swiping left and right. And I see this guy. And I have to tell you, I tell my husband to this day, I usually don't swipe right on guys with one picture because you guys are usually either married, low key gay, or you're just there, to stick it in and win. Right. Okay. So dog was in his picture with them. And I went, how bad can he be? So I swiped right and we start talking. We didn't meet while I was in Florida. But then he tells me I'm in Florida. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what happens. So I didn't realize that on Tinder, your stack is created from wherever you are. I thought my stack
Oh, okay.
California that I just hadn't got to yet. I was stupid. Anyway, long story short, I'm like, oh, I don't want this. I don't want to meet a guy in Florida. Go away. Well, anyway, he was persistent. And we started talking, and I was like, oh, God, he's sweet. Great, let's see him. He probably looks like an ogre. Well, he was hot AF. I was like, really? You're like adorable Italian, born in Italy, like my parents' fucking dream man. Okay.
Wow.
Literally. We had all the same kind of like things like my nonna's name was Josephina. My dad was born in Naples, but just all these similarities. So we get married at the carousel on the Santa Monica Pier. And the rest is history. We literally dated a year long distance. Then he and his daughter, who is now my daughter, Tiziana, came to live with me in California. And the rest is history. And marriage is hard, dude. Let me tell you something. It is not unicorns. You know, you've been through it. You know how I define marriage, babe? Marriage is finding the person that you can put up with all their shit. That's marriage.
How about that?
Marriage is it's a compromise of equals. It's no, fuck that. It's finding somebody you can put up with all their bullshit. You know, you can put up with all their bullshit, all their fucking shit, their family shit. Oh, don't get me started on the family shit. All the shit.
Oh,
that is marriage. That's really marriage. And the commitment of we're going to have shitty days. We're going to have consecutive shitty days in a row, but we've made a vow to work it through and communicate. And hopefully you can do that. So we're going on year 6. We celebrated our 5th year in Vegas. We went to go visit my parents in Vegas. We got married and renewed our vows with Elvis, which is what you're supposed to do. I don't care.
Sweet. Okay.
5th anniversary. If you don't renew your vows with Elvis, you're destined for failure, is what I think. And then, so April will be 6. So blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm married now.
That's amazing. You should be like,
you need me to just run the show for you? Like,
hey, I'm just gonna sit here and I'll say a word and you just
say a word and I'll just go. Go ahead, give me another.
Here's 3 words. America's Got Talent.
Oi, long time ago. Fun. Glad I did it. Very different than my experience on MasterChef. America's Got Talent, they were like, hey, you're an adult. You're on this show. This show airs after. So here's the rules. If you tell anybody or disclose how far you made it or didn't make it or this or that, if you give anything up, you're off the show. If you break any of the rules, you're off the show. With MasterChef, the minute we arrived, we were sequestered. We had all of our devices taken away from us. I didn't speak to my husband for almost 3 weeks. It was horrible. It was horrible. Wow. I couldn't run my business. Now I'm self-employed, so I wasn't making any money. They gave us a measly little per diem per day, which was like, are you guys kidding me? You're making millions of dollars here, but whatever.
Yeah.
It was a very different experience. I'm glad I did it. I met some wonderful people. It validated me as a great cook and a chef, which I already was. I mean, I think I've been in the restaurant business my whole life. I was born into it. My parents owned a very successful Italian restaurant in Arlington, Mass, that they closed after 45 years and retired. And I grew up in it. We had 2 kitchens at my house, an upstairs and a downstairs. That's how you know you're going to be a fat ass.
Yeah, that's serious.
You're probably going to have a big ass. Let's just probably have a weird relationship with food. But anyway, okay. So literally, it just validated me. What I already knew. And what was interesting, I did not want to be in the culinary world at all due to the fact that I saw the restaurant. We were latchkey kids.
Okay.
My parents were in that restaurant 24/7. We really didn't have childhoods with them. I think my mom somewhat regrets that. Like, damn, I wanted to raise my kids and be with my kids and have fun with my kids. And I couldn't because I was running a fucking business. You know what I mean? If you know my mom, that was exactly my mother. Anyway. So I always steered away from it, but MasterChef like renewed something in me. It went, I'm a creative person. I am a singer. I'm a songwriter. I'm an actress. I'm a host. I'm a comedian. I'm all these things. This is another way to be creative on a plate.
Yeah.
And you can control the narrative, Deanna. You don't have to have a brick and mortar. You don't have to have a food truck. You don't have to do private parties or things. So what I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my love for food and cooking and showing people that it's actually so easy. People think it's so hard. It's so easy. I want to present it to them in a fun way. And I want to merge my talent of singing and personality and all that with food. And so it's so funny. I've been kind of dubbed the singing chef, and I've been getting these like live cooking demos where I sing and I cook and I shake my ass and I just have the best fucking time. And now the goal is like, okay, universe, God, okay, like 2020, you've heard my voice a million times. I've done the backgrounds for Celine Dion and Justin Bieber and America's Got Talent and commercial after commercial. You've heard my voice. You may even know my face, but you don't know my name. So I said, okay, 2020, and mark my words, from my mouth to God's ears right now, your girl is going to get a show. I'm getting a show. That's the goal. Either going to be on a show, get a show, whatever. I'm going to develop something around myself this year, or
I love it.
I'm manifesting as I speak this to you. But I don't think God gave me all of this to just do this. And I'm not down.
Exactly.
I'm very successful. I have to tell you, I'm very thankful. I'm humbled. I'm so grateful. I'm very, 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 very thankful and grateful for everything that I have. But I just believe, like, if Kim Kardashian sucks some eggplant on film and gets a 9-figure deal with Hulu, there's something more for me. I'm just saying.
I've been trying to figure out what her talent is just beside,
Well, these, it's interesting. I love how people right now are actually falling for the whole, oh my God, Kanye's lost his mind. Oh my God. He just dropped an album, you fucking idiots. These people are master puppet manipulators.
Working the system.
Hello.
Yeah.
Have you been paying attention to Kanye and Kim? Yes. Oh, she just got a new show on Hulu. The whole family just dropped a new show on Hulu. You fucking idiots. This asshole just, and I think he's brilliant actually, but this fucking brilliant asshole just dropped an album. And Pete Davidson's just in the middle going, just pay me, bitches. Just pay me.
Right. His stock's rising like crazy.
This fucking, I'm gonna date. They think I bagged Kim K. I'm gonna bang the hottest chicks ever now. Let's go. Do you know what I mean?
It's the truth.
If you people are actually out there buying all this, oh my God, poor Kim. This was all orchestrated by the queen herself, Kris Jenner. Are you fucking people crazy? Are you fucking people really? Do you really? This was all planned. We're both going to benefit. We're both going to raise our stocks, and we're both going to have people paying attention to the projects that we're dropping. How convenient.
It's amazing. It really is. It's amazing.
What I've realized over the last 2 years, I think people have literally fallen asleep. Are you doing it? Like, I don't want to get into politics.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to say this, and then I'm going to shut the fuck up, and we're going to move on. The endemic is near. Guess why? Because a month ago, Omicron was going to kill you. It was going to kill you. And all of a sudden now, LA, I just read, LA is no longer requiring to see your card to get into restaurants. Wow. But a month ago, we were all going to die. What? Okay.
It's funny. I've been saying the same thing in my head. I'm just like,
Y'all have been alley fucking ooped.
Yeah.
Larry Birded. Y'all have been just Tom Brady. You have just been but people, so that's why I'm watching this, and it's such a small minuscule of what's happening, but it's like you people are really following the storyline and buying into it. Like, PR is public relations. It's how to stay relatable in the public.
There you go. There you go.
Whoever's running their PR, please come handle my shit and get me.
Hello.
I'm about to drop my own sex tape. I got a bunch of stuffed animals over there. I'm about to do some kinky shit. Drop my own sex tape. Get the fuck on. Get the fuck on. And then I'll be like, oh, look at me. I'm so sweet. And I cook and sing. And I have a family. Yes, I used to do stuffed animals anally, but it's over now. It's over. Anybody watching right now is like, this is just crazy, but I am, and I'm fun, and I'm. You know what people hate about Kanye, by the way? I think it's what they hate about me. I speak my mind and I tell the truth. Like, I just am not a good fake.
People can't handle the truth.
They can't. It's like, okay, if you think I'm a liability, okay, you think I'm a liability, okay. I know when to clean it up. I know when I have to. And by the way, Bay, my next project, I can do that. We've done that. I feel so comfortable with you that I was like, I'm gonna go on that show and let loose, because when I was on too, I was in the middle of AGT when we did our thing. You had to be very careful how you spoke. One thing I will say about these shows, if you're doing media, be very careful. I ain't tied to no show, so I'm gonna say exactly the truth right now. I'm gonna give you the real Ask Deanna, because I don't have to watch my P's and Q's for anybody.
Right. Very nice.
And I'm real. And I think that's what people hate about Kanye. I think that's what people hate about, who's that other chick that people hate? They call her an Uncle Tom, black lady. What's her name? What's her name? Female.
Oprah?
No.
I don't know. Who?
Fucking not me. You just called Oprah and Uncle Tom.
I don't. Who? I'm trying to think.
What's her name? Candace. What's her name? Candace.
Oh, Candace Owens.
Yes. They hate the truth. Like the woman,
Oh yeah, she's here in Nashville.
dude, she makes sense. Sorry. Hate me if you want to. Hate me if you want to. I'm just very like, oh my God, there's three sides to every story. The truth, the lies, the truth, and what's in the middle. And it's or his, hers, and the truth or whatever. And it's just like, you want to live in a world where you just believe one thing and go one way. I'm very free. I'm very do you. I am not God. I'm not going to judge you. Do you? But I'm going to make the choices that are right for my family and I.
There
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think my lipstick is running away from me.
All right, well, let me go back to AGT real quick because so last night we sat down, me and my fiance, and she
Yeah.
is actually a former singer songwriter. She had a deal with Island Def Jam at one point, and and we're both like major fans of all the Gordon shows. So I said, all right, we got to watch season 10 to see you, and we did that. And I said, now I want to show you her sing on AGT. And she was like, why the fuck is this girl not a huge singing star? She should be on fucking Broadway. She should have been in the fucking what's that movie? With what's his name? With Wolverine, Hugh Jackman.
Greatest Showman. That bitch took my fucking role. Bay, you know why? Do you want to know why?
Sure.
Because I was fat during a time when it wasn't cool to be fat. Really, I've struggled with my weight my whole life. I've been skinnier than this. I've been bigger than this. Truth of the matter is, it is now cool to be inclusive. Oh, let's throw a fat girl in there. Let's make like I love everybody. You know,
right.
So the answer to your friend, to your girlfriend is, you know, and then Adele came and opened the doors a little bit, and even Lizzo opened the doors a little bit, but not all the way. Not all the way. We're not going to give you. We're not, you know, like Adele did. Adele really was like, I'm a fucking superstar. Fuck y'all. Okay. But I mean, I guess my point is we can only have a couple. We only want a couple.
Yeah.
We only want to sprinkle the industry with a couple because sex sells. And you got to be hot, and you got to be society's version of hot and whatever. So to answer her question, but you know what? I have chosen to look at that rather than being, what's the word? Bitter. My purpose is greater than singing, and who's to say it's not still to come? Maybe I gotta enter in another platform. I think God, I swear so much, but I'm such a faithful person. So I'm like, you know, you're kind of like, well, did she just say what she just said? And then she's talking because that's a real human and a real person.
Absolutely.
I think that God's purpose for me is bigger than being a singer. I think that I have to, I think that I am going to get that global platform. And I think that I'm going to get that global platform, and then I'm going to get to do all the things that I want to do. And I think that God is using me to be an example of, you are not the fat, lonely, pitiful, sad, unaccomplished, cries into a bag of Doritos. I wish I could eat Doritos. Jesus Christ. You know, I think that I need to be that vessel of somebody who is like, you know, and share my journey of like, I was 100 and something pounds, and then I was this, and then I was this, and then and as women, our bodies change, and we have babies, and we don't have babies. You know, I love that it's like, if you had a baby, it's okay if you blew up.
Right.
Well, like there's shit going on in your life. I lost my dog of 16 years. For the last year, I've been in a pandemic. I've gained weight. Fuck you all. You know what? I'm grieving. I'm sad about it. She was like my child. She was there when nobody was there. She was there when I didn't want to be on this earth. She was the thing that kept me alive. So when I lost her, and I like could cry right now. I feel it. It's grief. I'm dealing with it. We just celebrated a year of her being an angel. And I know some people are going to see this and be like, is she crying over a dog right now? But guess what? To those people, fuck you. Like, fuck you. How dare you? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You can't discredit anybody's pain. So I'm just saying, as humans, like, let live. Like, it makes me so sad watching. I'm on all the social media watching these women talk about, I went to Mexico and got a BBL. Look how good I look. Bitch, you're so sad. It's so sad that you couldn't love yourself before the BBL, that you actually bought the bullshit that society's bringing to your front door, telling you that you weren't good enough. that you weren't worthy enough, that you weren't hot enough or beautiful enough. And I have to say something. My husband really has done so much in the past 6 years to make me feel better and stronger and more confident in myself, because that man is a buck 60, 65 wet. And he makes me feel like the most beautiful woman in the world. I am beautiful every day to him. I was smaller when we were married. I've been bigger, the whole nine. And it's consistent. And that's real love. And that also is like something what I'm working on every day is just loving me every single day. So to your girlfriend, rounding back to that comment, I'm 48. I'm 48. And nobody in this world is going to tell me that my time's over except that guy up there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And what I am in therapy because everybody should be.
Absolutely.
I see my therapist about once a month. We're not every week like we used to be. We're once a month where we check in. She's more of a life coach at this point. And basically, and I'm very transparent about this because I think therapy is the best thing in the world.
Absolutely. I did it for 10 years. It was amazing.
It's the best thing in the world. And you're probably a better communicator and how you deal with challenges and everything. But she literally said to me the other day, because I conveyed to her that I'm frustrated that shit hasn't happened yet. And she goes, sweetheart, like, you're a faithful person. If you believe that his plan is greater than your plan, you got to roll with it. What is for you is for you. And you are very accomplished right now. If you were to die in this moment, the accolades that are going to follow you, Deanna of this, and this, and what people think about you. You've made your impact. You have so much more of an impact to make. And I think it's funny. I was listening to Tim Tebow talk about purpose.
Okay.
And he was talking about, it's not about money and this and that. It's like living your life. Like we should all be at a point where we're living our life to make life better for somebody else. Somehow. When we open our mouth, when we post something on social media, is that going to make somebody feel better about themselves? Is that going to inspire somebody? Or is that going to make somebody feel like fucking shit? So the bitches that I used to follow, I'm body positivity, and they're a little chunky and they're showing their ass everywhere. You're not making me feel better about myself. You're just not. You know what I mean? I've had to unfollow a lot of people, and I have a rule, and I'd love to share it with your audience. If you
absolutely
through social media and you consistently see posts from somebody, and every time you see a post from that person, you're like, ugh, or why them and not me? Unfollow that fucking person. They're not helping you. You've got to let them go. And if they get pissed, if they send you a DM, why'd you unfollow me? Because I had to unfollow you. Like, have a nice life. I can't see your shit. And I think we have to be careful of like what we support, what we stand behind, what we endorse. Like, it's amazing to me. I just watched the Bill Cosby documentary. This guy just got released from jail. He's been raping women since 65. Yet you have people that go, this is a public lynching of Bill Cosby, all these white women. Have you not done your research? I think people do their research. A third of the women he has raped were Black women. You should be fucking enraged that this man is living his life.
It's unbelievable.
People just like R. Kelly, just like all of them, just like Jeffrey Epstein, all of them. I'm not damning Black men here.
Yeah.
All these men that are predators, they all have a crew that are equally responsible because they have aided and abetted this behavior.
They all know what the fuck's going on.
Everybody on that Cosby show. Don't get me started. You all knew what the fuck was happening. All of you.
That's right.
From the script runner to you all knew what Bill was doing, but y'all shut up because you loved your pockets getting fat.
Exactly.
Gross.
Exactly.
Gross. If you were any of those actors, star actors with him, you came up against Bill Cosby at that point, you were off that show and replaced quicker than you could say your name. With a period at the end. It's amazing.
Crazy.
It's amazing that people will, allow. I couldn't do it.
It's like I know, like, I was in the wrestling business for years, and like when I was going through my training, like the guy who was my main instructor, like he would tell you, if you're going to end up going to this place to go get work, like watch for this person, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like
Right.
everybody knows, but nobody does nothing.
Yeah. We don't want to lose our cash cow. We don't want to,
Hmm.
and this is where it comes back to money is the root of all evil. I want to do
Yep.
what I do. I'm rich. I am rich in health. I am rich in love. I am rich in peace in my own head. You know what I mean? Like I'm rich with
Hmm.
family and friends. I always tell people, you are a billionaire. You just don't realize it.
Yeah.
Because first of
I
all, if
love
you've got your health, bro, that's worth more than all that money didn't help Steve Jobs, did it? Not Steve,
it.
right?
Yep.
Didn't help
Yeah.
Steve Jobs. Man
Nope.
had all the money.
Yeah.
Horrible, horrible death.
Yeah.
Horrible,
Exactly. Where is he now?
horrible death. You feel
Hmm.
me? Like,
Hmm.
sorry, it's you have your health. Let's just start right there. You have a roof over your head with what's going on in this country. Okay,
Hmm.
I cry every day watching the news. I can't believe the horror.
Shut the news off.
We have nothing to ever complain about. I'm sorry. Nothing.
I know.
And you know what? I'm not going to discredit anybody. Like I said, I don't want anybody to discredit my pain. I'm not going to discredit anybody's pain or anguish or anything that they're going through. It's real, but have perspective. Step back. My mother always says if we threw all our problems on a pile, how quickly we would grab our own problems back after we see other people's problems.
I like that.
You've got this guy whose child is 5 years old fighting leukemia. I don't want that
Yeah.
problem. Me and my husband fought this morning. I'll take that problem back.
Yeah.
Okay. My husband spent too much money on the credit card and I'm stressing out. I'll take that problem back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't get the job I really wanted. I'm so crushed. I'll take that problem back.
Hmm.
Right?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Like, we all are going through shit. We're all in this human process. But at the same time, stand back and go, okay, like anything I put on social media, I hope I make people laugh. I hope I make you laugh. I hope I make you feel like I want to go cook something. I'm going to take care of myself. Oh, that looks easy. I'm going to go do that. Oh, I put up a new song. Hopefully you like it. I don't know, just anything that I do. I just did this commercial, guys. I'm so excited. I hope you see the commercial and you're like, oh my God, I love it. Yay. And you feel when I see people do stuff like that, I get inspired that they're winning because I'm close to them. Like I can reach them.
Yeah.
That makes me believe that I can win too. So that's why I try to follow people that inspire me, follow people that motivate me, follow people that make me laugh or happy or whatever. There's a woman on TikTok. She's an Indian woman. She wears a tiara and she has a little microphone. Do you know who I'm talking about? I don't know her name, but she's like, hello, everybody. This bitch cracks me up. I give her TikTok at least once a day to just giggle because she's so funny. And I love that she can laugh at like all the stereotypes of being an Indian woman in America and she plays on them and she's like, hello, everybody. And her little accent and she's got the little microphone and she wears a tiara and she's hysterical. Like there's some really, good things on social media, but at the same time, there's some damaging things.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So all right, let me ask you about the whole MasterChef thing real quick. Like, what the hell? Like, you go from America's Got Talent, which you're going through that process. That's a fucking stressful thing. Let's face it. To get up in front of TV every week, nationwide TV, and then have to go through the voting process and everything. But then, in my opinion, and I say this all the time, whenever I watch, whether it's MasterChef or Hell's Kitchen, I say number one, those two shows are the most stressful shows for me to just watch on my couch. I get so stressed out and worked up with the time limits and all, and I'm losing my mind. And then when it comes down to the possible elimination you're facing, stop it. Like, no. I would just break down right there. Why do you throw yourself into a fire like that? What were you thinking?
I love challenges. When I went on that show, and something that was edited out, you didn't even, unfortunately, because I was thrown off the show very quickly. And by the way, I will say this. Everybody needs to know, and I don't think I'm showing anybody Oz right now. When you go on a reality TV show, it is a production.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I cooked a perfectly cooked scallop. They made a big thing about me putting potatoes and salad on the same plate, and that's why they had to cut me. Okay.
Right.
Whatevs. I wasn't going to go further. and they needed to get rid of me. And that's the way the production was running. Because there was nothing wrong with my plate, honestly. If my scallop was undercooked or overcooked, good reason. But like,
Right.
oh my God, you put potatoes and it was, get the fuck out of here. But I like to challenge myself. So something that got cut from the editing that people don't know is that my original dish to get an apron was a homemade pasta ravioli.
Okay, I
With,
was to ask you, where was your? We never saw. Like, I kept going through. I'm like, where the hell is she?
because you couldn't show that, because then they'd have to keep me on, because they'd be like, look what she made. How are you going to kick her off? They edit it the way they need to edit it for you to believe that I was worthy of being. It's what it is. It's a production. It's okay.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Fine. I did what I needed to do. My goal was just get a fucking apron. And quite personally, let me be candid, I wasn't being paid.
Yeah.
If I continued to stay on that show and didn't win, what was the point of me staying on that show?
Right.
I wasn't getting paid. I was actually losing money being on MasterChef. I'll be honest. With America's Got Talent, they only pulled me out a week at a time, in all honesty. They pulled me a week to New Orleans to audition. Boom. Okay, we're taking you to Vegas for a week. Boom. And then now we're going to New York for Radio City. Boom. I only had to miss 3 weeks. And I could still technically work those other days. As a matter of fact, ironically, when I was in New York singing at Radio City with America's Got Talent, I had a big audition for Bernard Telsey casting.
Okay.
I was making use of my time in New York. I kept casting and was like, hey, I'm in town. I'd love to come audition for you guys in case you're doing something. Okay. Anyway, with MasterChef, so I made, what you guys didn't see, is a butter poached lobster and crab ravioli with cream sauce with fried shallots on top. Gordon walked up to me and said, are you fucking mad? You have 45 minutes and you're going to make homemade pasta plus the filling. You have 3 components to make in 45 minutes. And I looked at him dead in the eye and said, I'm here to win an apron. I'm not going to do something easy.
Right.
I'm here to win an apron. They cut that shit out. You know what I mean? And I did. And it was delicious. And I won an apron. But it wasn't in my journey to stay. So why do I keep throwing myself into the fires? Because I love a challenge. I love a challenge. And sorry, you have to play the game. If you are somebody who has a big personality, who has many talents, you have to take every fucking opportunity you can to get your happy ass on national TV so people will notice you and see you and maybe be like,
TV is so important. It really is.
She'd be great to listen. You know whose career I love? And I don't know if you've recently saw how I've updated my bio, but I am literally, if Kelly Clarkson, Rachel Ray, and Nicole Byer had a baby, but I am all those bitches in one. She sings, she songwrites, she cooks, she's got a big personality, she's entrepreneurial, she's fucking funny, and she's a plus size girl. Nicole Byer is this Black comedian. She's a plus size Black comedian, and she is funny as shit. And I love her because she's so transparent. She's like my sister, soul sister that I've never met. She's my twin flame. And she literally started as a comedian. Then she got cast on the show. She's not a cook at all, but got cast hosting a show called Nailed It on Netflix. Have you seen it?
Nah. Oh.
Nailed
Maybe
It.
I have. I think I have.
They take 3 bakers that don't know how to bake.
Yeah.
They're supposed to bake these elaborate cakes. Bay, let me tell you something. If you have not watched that show, go watch the first and second seasons of that show. You will piss your fucking pants. It is so funny. She hosts that show.
Okay.
And since then, it's now been 3 years since I knew who she was. She's now hosting Wipeout with John Cena, who is in his own right, and you're in wrestling. This man has metamorphosized. He's not a wrestler. He's a fucking brand.
Yeah.
He is a brand. Nicole Byer is a brand. Your girl here, she's waiting, but she's a damn brand. I'm not a singer. I'm not a songwriter. I'm not a chef. I am a personality. Put me anywhere and I'll do my thing. And I know how to be professional and I know how to watch my P's and Q's when I have to. And then you put me on Netflix, I'm going to go off. How far can I go off, guys? I'm going to go off. Because what's great about people like me is you never know what's coming and you're sitting there waiting to see what comes.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Right? So Nicole Byer, I love her. I love the trajectory of her career. Now, not only is she hosting a couple of shows, she's also on her own TV show as an actress. She's doing stand-up comedy around the world. And she's a plus-size, gorgeous babe who loves herself. She pole dances. She's the fucking shit, bro. Like, if you follow her. She's amazing. You know what I mean? So my thing that I've put up on my Instagram is, if you don't know who I am literally Kelly Clarkson, Rachel Ray, and Nicole in one woman.
That's awesome.
Boom. Boom.
That's awesome.
And I love her. So you have to continually, if your goal is to be on a global level, you have to continually look for opportunities to get your freaking ass on TV.
Yeah.
Because that's when the movie roles are going to come. That's when the hosting roles are going to come. That's when the brands are going to come knocking. Hey, we want you to represent our brand. Okay, great. I just sent 20 emails out to different brands, huge brands. Hi, I'm Deanna Cologne. You know, I was on America's Got Talent. I was on MasterChef, won an apron. I just did a huge cooking thing and they were cooking brands. I just did a huge event with Andrew Zimmern and Carla Hall and Ming Tsai and all these people. And I've done this and I've done this and I'm doing this and I've been this and I've done this and whatever. And I'd love to do something with you.
Right.
Oh, thanks so much. We're all set. Okay.
Don't know if you don't send that email.
But I'm going to wait. Mark my words.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be sending me an email soon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be, hey, can I get some free product and maybe a few $100s for putting a post up on TikTok? It's going to be tens of thousands of dollars. Babe, let me say one thing about my life and my career. I believe in me more than anybody in the whole world put together.
I love it.
But where is it? Right there. My mama's handwriting. Believe. It's there for a reason. It is my constant reminder. You have to believe in you more than anybody put together. My husband, my daughter, my mom, my dad, my brother, sister. Nope. I have to believe in me more than anybody. I have to push forward more than anybody. And a lot of people don't get that. We're living in a very, what's the word? Entitled.
Yes. Yes.
That person went on TikTok and got 1 million followers and now they're famous. They put a lot of work into that. Some people go on TikTok and they become famous overnight, like that Ocean Spray guy and the guy who's dancing in front of the sink now. And there's people, but the people that have lasted and are like moving on to other things, they put time and energy into content and working and doing their thing every day.
It is, and people don't realize that. They, like you said, they feel so entitled. They don't realize, even on TikTok, if you're doing 15 seconds or 30 seconds or 60 seconds, whatever you're doing, it's a lot of fucking work.
Hey, I'm trying to do minute-long recipe videos every day. So every night when I'm making my husband dinner, I film the different segments.
Right.
And then the next, which I have to do when we're done, I have one that I have ready to go. And I try every night to cook something different or whatever, show you an aspect. And then I put it into a video, put the recipe up and get that all together. And then do a VO for it because I record it, put it all together, do the VO, then get the post together with the recipe, the exact measurements and all that. That shit takes me like an hour just to do that part, let alone the cooking part. So you're looking at 3 hours to do a 1-minute quick video. It's hard work on top of everything else I do. I teach 30 students a week. I'm constantly auditioning. I have 6 dogs. I have a husband and a daughter and I'm doing session auditions and oh my God. And then I'm doing events and I'm doing it all by myself. I have no assistant. It's just me. So to do all of them, when people are like, why don't you do this? I'm like, do it for me, motherfucker. I can't edit anything. You know what I mean? Bitch, I need an assistant.
Oh, shit.
But that's what I'm saying is there's a lot of work that goes into it. And we're in this very entitled thing. Like, I want that. So I'm just going to whatever. And it's like, guys, it's a lot of work. Nobody works harder than your girl. Nobody will ever come up and be like, I made you. I helped you. I whatever. I have a list of the people that have helped me. I have a list of the people that when I get on, I'm going to make sure they get on. I know who my supporters are and I know who my cheerleaders have been. And I know my people that sit back and watch and don't applaud ever. And it's few and far between, boo. Few and far between. And it's okay because the haters are going to hate. And you know what they hate?
Yeah, but that's when you know you're successful.
But they hate, you know what people hate? Those people that are audacious enough to think they can do it.
Yes.
And I'm going to do it without being a size 2 and fuckable. Right? Because we know, let's be honest, society holds the doors, holds door. Oh, I was watching Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp got his first role because was it John? Shoot. God, I forget the director, but he had a daughter who was in the audition. And the daughter, he left the room, looked at the dad and said, he's hot. Give him the role. Not he's the best actor. No, honestly, you can Google this. I forget who the director was, but it was one of Johnny Depp's first roles. And he got the role because the daughter was in the room and was like, he is hot. Give him the role. So it happens for men too. But there is a percentage of, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you're so hot, you're so whatever. Look at the trajectory of Pamela Anderson. She was literally discovered at a hockey game.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, she's doing this and she's doing this and doing this. I'm not saying the woman's not talented. I'm not saying, but I don't think that she would have the career that she had she not been so beautiful.
Absolutely.
There's people I can say that about. And I'm not a hater. Good for you. But for me, it's like I'm gonna get through for perseverance, professionalism, talent, belief in myself. That's it. Because I know that I live in a society that's not going to look at me and be like, she's so bangable. Let's put her on the cover of our magazine. I'm honest with myself. You know what I mean? Am I beautiful to me? Absolutely. I don't want to be anybody else. I don't. It's what it is. And I think more women need to look at themselves in the mirror and go that. Like, I'm 48. I'm supposed to look 48. I got a little, I got some wrinkles happening. But I'm supposed to look this way. I'm 40 fucking 8. J-Lo, that is not olive oil. Stop setting this.
Oh, shit.
Beauty. Because you know what? Your daughter's going to turn 55 and go, why don't I look like my mom? Why?
Yeah.
All those Kardashian kids are going to, and you know what's sad? That all those Kardashians are going to be bowing up at 25 like him. But they're not going to look like their moms. Because their moms don't look like their moms.
Mm-hmm.
How empowering would it have been for Armenian women around the world if they saw big noses and hairy arms and what a real Armenian woman looks like? How empowering.
Yeah. How about that?
Like I said, I want to be the person that comes out here and does my thing and people are like, wow, man, I look like her and she inspires me. And if she can do it, I can do it. She did it. I can do it. She did it. I can do it.
You're fucking doing it every day. You're killing it.
By the grace of God, babe.
So what you were were you at the Super Bowl? Am I crazy or you were at the Super Bowl, right?
I was honestly, this lipstick is like running down my face. You would think that what did I
because you're on fire over there.
Drink a glass of olive oil. Oh, Mac, you were letting me down right now. Anyway, I was at Super Bowl weekend because I did an event for the Super Bowl the day before. It was called the Taste in the NFL. It benefited hunger for students. There's students that are out there, whatever. So the entire event. And yes, it was Andrew Zimmern, Carla Hall, Ming Tsai, Tim Love, all these amazing culinary talents. And I got to cook and do a demo, and there were football players. I was backstage hobnobbing with all these little football hotties, and I met Miss America and all the cheerleaders from the Bengals and the Rams, and it was great. So yes, I was involved in the activities surrounding the NFL. But you know what? Who cares? Because Brady wasn't in it, so. Honey, sorry, the GOAT was not present, so I was not interested.
Too
Once
funny.
Boston girl, always Boston girl, boo. Always.
Too funny.
Always.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, Nick Foles and the Eagles,
Whatevs.
So, all right. So, what do you? I mean, is there any more TV on your horizon, like that you can't tell us about? Like, have you ever thought of doing or going like Food Network route with any of their shows, or?
Constantly auditioning for different things. I actually have my name in the hat to be a host of a television show. I'm hoping it has nothing to do with food. It has nothing to do with singing. It's something. It's my hosting talents. So we'll see. I have three things actually that are in the pattern of meetings and talking and this and that. There's always something on the horizon. That's why I love what I do. I love being in this world because I never know what's coming. I never know the audition my agent or my manager is going to send me. Somebody's going to see something that I post and go, it was really funny. I did this show during the pandemic called Hot Mess Express. And the director of that show called me actually and was like, hey, I'm doing this thing for Oculus and they need a chef. And we need a chef to come in and play a gamer on this game called Cookout. And like, I want you. And I loved it because his name was Bayan. He's fabulous, up and coming director. He's doing big things. But I love the fact that he worked with me on Hot Mess Express. He loved me so much. He called me for the Oculus gig.
Right.
The Oculus gig was a ball. So much fun, paid the whole nine,
Nice.
and that's out there floating around in the universe. It's like, I love the fact that like one thing leads to another.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody you work with you will recommend you for something else and be like, I loved working with them. I want to call them in on this. So it's like, there's always stuff brewing, always. And I'm a person who like, again, I don't give up. I don't know what that is.
Exactly.
So there's always, I guarantee you, we'll have another interview in a few years.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're not waiting another 7 years. We're not. No.
Well, but I think you're gonna be like, D, it's been 3 years and holy shit. Like, and I'm claiming that for both of us. Holy shit. Yeah. Like, look how far we've come because we don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
We don't give up. And I think that, people like us maybe work harder than other people.
And that's what I love about you because so many, and I say this about so many of these people that like yourself that go on these shows, whether it's America's Got Talent or these Gordon Ramsay shows or whatever, you're given an opportunity. You're getting that spot on TV, which, like we said, it's worth so much.
Yeah.
Whether you win or you don't win, it really kind of doesn't matter because you're given that opportunity and you can take that fucking ball and work it and run with it. And you're one of the people that have fucking hello.
And that's if you're ever on one of these shows. Listen, there's a whole game to just getting chosen. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely.
It is months, sometimes a year of a process to get on these shows. AGT happened very quickly for me. I think I told you this when we did our other audition. It happened very quickly because I was already slated to be on another singing show.
Oh,
when I auditioned for AGT, I said, hey guys, when am I going to know? Because I have to let this other show know on Monday. And they were like, what? And literally they called me the next day and they were like, we're flying you to New Orleans. You're singing for the judges. You're on the show. Tell that other show to kick rocks. And I did. That happened very quickly. MasterChef was like months of auditions and psych tests and auditions and oy vey, schmear and videos and sending pictures and oh my God. So it is really a process to get on these shows, but you have to know one thing about these shows. You're not in control and the best person doesn't always win. The best person doesn't always advance. Do you think that I deserve to lose? I got a standing ovation on AGT. Standing ovation from everybody. And I lost the next night to a Chinese dance team.
Right. What sense does that make?
Ran out. It's what they wanted. Come on, man. Stop.
Yeah.
I should have absolutely been in the top 10 of AGT. I didn't make it. Okay. Same thing with MasterChef. Did I deserve to be one of the first 2 people knocked off? Fuck that. Hell no.
No.
I stand by that to the end of this day. But guess what? It's okay. You walk away and you go, okay, I'm going to run with the ball. It's going to open avenues. I can now say Deanna Cologne, Deanna Bombchica from MasterChef and America's Got Talent and this. And then everything that I do, I can put together on a culinary reel and make it look amazing and like this and that. And like, you've got to be that person, but nobody's going to do that work. You've got to do it. You got to push yourself. I did 3 events in a weekend. Literally, 3 culinary events in 2 weeks, in a 2-week span. That I got back on Sunday. That Monday and Tuesday, I was updating my culinary reel, updating my YouTube link with all my video, updating all of that to send that out to people. You got to want it no more than anybody, and nobody's going to hand it to you. It's so nice when people call and say, I've got something for you.
Right.
I have something for you. I think you'd be perfect for this. Thank you. And I have a short list of people that fucking look out for me, man. I want to see Deanna win. But Deanna has to want to win more than
I'm one of them.
Thank you. I love that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like, and vice versa. Like, we should, I don't know. I've never considered myself an underdog, but society, I think, considers me an underdog. So
Right.
it's like, I love seeing the underdogs win. I do. I love seeing the Susan Boyles. I do. I love seeing,
Right.
you know what I mean? I love those people. I love those people that are like unexpected, like, holy crap. You know, I love Kelly Clarkson for that. Kelly Clarkson does not look like Kelly Clarkson looked when she won
No.
American. She's had babies and she's killing it.
Mm-hmm.
She's spokeswoman for Wayfair and she's spokesperson for this person, and she's got her own show and she's killing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Who would have thought? That's one thing I never would have thought I'd see her doing, is like hosting her own show like that.
Oh, I did.
Really?
Oh, she's so likable. She's relatable. She's likable. I think she's perfect for that. And I think she's killing the game. I do. I think she's killing it. I think she's great at it. I think, she sings, she does her little karaoke. The bitch has my life. I'm coming for you, Kelly. I see that and I'm like, oh my God, I want to get to that. I want to have a show where like I sing and I save animals and I cook, I do a cooking segment and I interview people but it's coming. It's coming. I'm manifesting it. I'm doing the work, Bay. You know what I mean? I believe
Absolutely.
somebody somewhere is going to go, yes. And then it's just going to be a succession of yeses. But I have to believe that.
Yeah,
Because when you
absolutely.
give up, that's it. Like I always tell people, always ask. Because the worst you can hear is no. But if you never ask, you never know.
So
I
true.
ask crazy shit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Crazy. Because sometimes you have to plant the seed in people's heads.
It's true. It's very true.
Right?
Now, how about it too? I saw you got like your own apparel line now. Like you're going for everything.
Well, I am one of those people that I'm a body. I say I'm a body normative advocate. Normalizing body shit. Cellulite is normal. Freckles, normal. Acne, normal. Wrinkles, normal. Saggy skin, normal. All those things, normal. Right? It's normal.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people have jumped on the body positivity bandwagon to be like, I'm body positive. So they have a platform and they hate themselves. Like, stop.
Yeah.
I want to normalize all that shit. Right? For men, for women, everybody. I hate when people say dad bod. I think that's rude as fuck. I'm just like, let people just live. Let people just have their bodies. And if we were all supposed to look the same, God would have made us all look the same. I think it's back to Kim and Kanye for a second. I think it's hysterical that the bitch that he's dating now literally looks just like that hoe. Like, I'm like, like I looked at him and like, Kanye are back together in public.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's somebody else. I mean, there is a legion of women that have taken that model and are trying to emulate it, getting the ass, dyeing the hair, the brows, the contouring. Oh my God. Okay. So I am somebody who's like, live and let live, do you, be your best self, try to be your healthiest best self, do what's right for you. I hate when people look at me and just think, oh, she's got to have hypertension. She must have diabetes. She's got to, bitch, I ain't got shit. I went to the doctor. I'm going to share something with you that I think is funny. I went to the doctor. I go every year. I just made my appointments for this year. I go every year to the doctor, the gynecologist, and get my mammogram religiously every year. And I sat in my doctor's office last year and she was like asking me a bunch of questions and she asked if I was on any medication. And when I said no, she literally went, wow. And I went, oh, what's up, doc? Or like, I'm a fat girl, so you think I'm on meds? She goes, actually, no. She goes, most Americans are on a minimum of at least 2 prescriptions.
Oh.
Wait, at your age, at least 2 prescriptions, at least 2 medications. Okay. So she was surprised that I was this plus size 48-year-old woman, very vivacious, sitting in front of her, and I'm on shit. I barely take fucking Tylenol, right? And she was surprised by that. So during the pandemic, your girl's like, okay, I can't do this and I can't do this, so I'm going to do this. So the past year, things have slowed down with the business because I'm not advertising and doing as much because I'm actually in the midst of revamping. Revamping and going with somebody. I'm changing the way I produce, but it's Bomb Chic Apparel, and literally positive sayings for everybody. I am a masterpiece, thick and thankful, thick girl magic, powerful. I have a hoodie for Christmas that says it's beginning to look a lot like thickness, stuff like that. So, and I have some other ones. I have some other really cute ideas coming up. I have this whole positivity line that's like, burgers and blessings,
Nice.
Tacos and tranquility, shit like that. So I'm kind of revamping things right now. It's part of what's on my agenda for 2022, where when you're a small business and you're trying to do a shirt line, you need to literally get the design.
Yeah.
And then you need to stock in all the different colors, all the different sizes. I literally have 8 bins here full of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give this stuff to a company that does everything online. And what they do is I call them up with an idea. I work with them to create the image. They put up mocks. They put up one mock. They have the ability to do a mock. And then they produce based on order need.
Nice.
So it's kind of a better way for me to not have a bunch of stock. And then and then I'm going to jump back in and like, okay, new designs, buy this, whatever. And kind of go from there. But yes, the line is Bomb Chica Apparel, and it's for men, it's for children, it's for women.
Nice.
And I wanted it to be just, hoodies and shirts and tanks and tees and things that people would wear and inspire somebody else. My whole platform has always been, I am a masterpiece. I wrote a song years ago. And I mean every word of that. I'm a masterpiece, just as I should be. Don't try changing anything about me. I'm a perfect work of art. Got a mirror to my heart. I love what's looking back at me. I'm a masterpiece. I have it tattooed on me in my husband's handwriting. Other people have been influenced by me and the movement and tattooed it on their body. So it's like, it's something I'd love to see more people do. Embrace who you are. Embrace what God made. Embrace how gorgeous and unique and different you are. My daughter has a bigger nose. Her mom kind of had a bigger nose. She's got a bigger nose. She's always a little self-conscious about it. And I like every chance I get, I'm like, Tiziana, this is what makes you unique and beautiful, special. And it honors your mom.
Yeah.
Because if you look at a picture of her mother, who she lost when she was 3 years old, it literally, it's like, it's her. And it's like, I don't know. For me, it would be like, what a dishonor to change that. It's like removing a part of your mom from you.
Yeah.
I don't think people think that deep on that. Stop trying to be 25 forever. Instead, love yourself and be an example of that for your boys and your girls. Now we have a bunch of boys that think all girls are supposed to have tiny waists and big fat asses. No. No, Johnny. You know what I mean? You have to understand that what you're doing to your little girls, you're also doing to your little boys. And you're setting a standard of beauty that is unattainable. You're setting a standard of beauty that was created by thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in a doctor's office. Instead of embracing and loving and being like, this is what makes me so dope.
Yeah, you need to be like doing motivational speaking and everything else.
That's what I figured the talk show would be as soon as I get it. Like I said, let's save some animals. I'm a giant animal rescue advocate all the time working. I work with a couple of rescues very closely, always posting Adopt Me and my stories for them and whatever. I raise money. You name it. I'm a huge, huge animal advocate. Adopt, don't shop. Fuck you. You please go to a shelter, get a damn animal. Do not abandon your animals. Do not give your animals up and drop them off at the shelter when they're 13 years old. You're a scumbag. Please. Like, don't get me started on Mike Vick. Let's not go there. Okay, let's just not. My point is, that's how good the show would be. A merging of singing and personality and inspiration and cooking and saving animals and feeding kids. That's another of my very, very big things is like, how are we in this country and there's children going to and hungry and we got idiots going to the moon. I can't. You hear that the Kardashians got a 9, not a 6-figure, a 9-figure deal for their Hulu show. Like, those bitches need any more money. And people are starting in the country. Veterans are on the fucking street. Come on, guys. This doesn't make sense. And I am not Bernie Sanders. I'm not like, oh my God, kill the rich. I'm not that. If you want much hard, you deserve your money.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just sitting back going, at some point though, maybe there should be like a cap out where, or a portion of that tons of money that you make goes to these programs.
How about that?
I don't know. I don't know. I got $1 billion in the bank. I'm never gonna need maybe 10% of that billion. What was it? Jeff Bezos makes so much money that he could give everybody $1 million in the United States and still be that rich, or some shit like that.
Oh my God!
Right? It was like
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So another of my big platforms is like, you know, like give me a show. I won't even want money for it. Like I'll give my kids. But I just out there like inspiring people. I want people to see this and go, I could be that. I could do all the things she's doing. I can be married and own my own house and sing and act and cook and oh my God, and like live my best life. We travel. I'm grateful. I want to leave this by telling people like I walk in my gratefulness every day. Like I know I swear a lot and I'm crazy and never know what's gonna come out of my mouth. But let me break it down to like the single common denominator is this girl is grateful. People didn't make it as far as I made it. People didn't get to this age. People haven't been able to be on 2 shows and
right.
I'm so grateful. Are you kidding me? I pinch myself. I'm like, God, what did I do like to get so much grace from you?
It's amazing.
And I don't know. I feel like he taps me on the shoulder and he's like, because I want you to remind people that these are the things that are important, D. You know?
So many people don't get that. It's scary. It's a shame. It really is.
Well, we live in a world that,
yeah.
Like, oh, look at this and look at me. And it's like, oh my God, stop. I want to throw up. I make a point of going on my social media. Like I put makeup on for you today. I was on come on like ass butt and be like, yeah. And just so you wouldn't be like, really, D? Like honestly. But I go on my social media. I do those cooking videos with no makeup on. Like, fuck you. Like, do you think I cook in a full face of makeup? A lot of you. You know what I mean? I get that we have to when we're in the limelight. You have to when you're in the spotlight. But man, I love Alicia Keys. And I love that she's like, yeah, screw you. I'm not doing it. But it's empowering. Because really, that's the mark of a beautiful person.
Yeah.
No makeup, nothing. Actually, the mark of a beautiful person is what's in here. Let's start there.
Right.
I think we need to work more on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just say it.
Absolutely. There's a lot of work there. Needs done by you or me, but a lot of people out there.
No, you know what? I'm a constant work in progress. That's what I love about being a masterpiece is you can be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same damn time. Don't think I'm perfect. I'm not perfect at all. I got a lot of shit that I got to work on. I have a lot of shit. Like, my husband in our marriage, I learn every day. There's things that I'm a control freak. Let me tell you something. I got shit, but I'm working on it. And I'm transparent enough to be like, there is no such thing as freaking perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. I've got issues. I've got shit I've got to work on, but I'm human and I'll share them. You know what I mean? And hoping that I can help somebody and maybe somebody can come back and help me.
Right.
That's that process of what are we doing every day? What are you doing to make your world a better place within your own 4 walls, but then outside of those 4 walls? What are you doing?
Constantly working.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. This is what the journey of life is about. I think the ups and downs, it's not all supposed to be up, dude. No way. That's why we have seasons. Mother Nature teaches us so much about life and people miss it. Tides, the oceans, there's cycles to everything. There's cycles to your life.
It's deep.
It is.
It's deep.
But it's real. But it's so real, bro. I'm not trying to be some I'm not trying to be Gandhi over here. But what I've noticed, you can't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about you.
Exactly right.
Okay. You've got to walk in your faith. You've got to walk in your belief system. And if people want to be like, wow, you believe that? We can't be friends anymore. They weren't a real friend.
I'm telling you what, like, honest to God, this is no bullshit. After this today, I'm ready to go out and kick some fucking ass. You got me fucking hyped.
Go kick ass. You should go for everything that you want in this. That's why you're here, bro. You're here. Take this and go bigger. Why aren't you on Sirius? Why aren't you? Why?
Good fucking question. Well, that's what I want to know.
Why not?
Exactly.
You haven't had a sex tape yet. That's why.
How about that? How about that?
My stuffed animals, right? When we're done. Exactly. But you know what? Make the calls. Make the calls. Reach out. Do this. Do that. Have you? I don't know if you've looked at those avenues. But
you know what? I never have. I never have.
Go knock on some damn doors. 3 years, buddy. I'll meet you back here when you're on Sirius or you're on some big, podcast. You're on the Joe Budden network. You're on something. I don't know. And I'll see you back here in 3 years. I'll have a show. You're going to have your show. You're going to be global. You're going to be everywhere. People worldwide are going to hear you because you're a guy people need to hear from. You're a guy people need to see that made it. You're a guy that, you know what I mean? You've had a career. You've had a life. And I bet that there's a bunch of men that want to sit back and hear your perspective, and women, and hear your perspective. And
oh, where'd you go? D. You froze up. Oh, no. No. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. If you can hear me, maybe sign out and come back on. Hello? Are you there? Let's see what happens. Hang tight, everybody. Let's see if we get her back. She was on a roll. She was on fire. She's been on fire the whole time. But come on. All right, let's see if she comes back. Let me see if I get a message from her. I'll give it a few minutes, see what happens. Here she comes. I was like, oh no.
It's called the beauty of losing Wi-Fi and having to go on your personal hotspot. Look at me. I'm so sorry. It's such a beautiful place. And it was like, that was nothing but the devil. That was the devil being like, no, we're going to stop the right now. No, but bro, to pick up what I said, my mind is blown that you've been doing this all these years and you have never sought out a bigger, like a more global place for your show. You've been doing this for now, you've just said 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Hey, you got to do that, bro. You have great people on your show. You got to do that. You have to do that for yourself and for your audience. And I know you got a lot of, that's the thing too. Like I always ask myself, I'm like, man, do I have my hands in too many pots? Am I not focusing on one thing? And maybe
right. I want to know your thoughts on this because I'm doing the same thing. I
definitely streamline it. So like, I definitely am like, okay, if the goal right now, if the real serious goal right now is to get a show and get on TV as an overall personality, singing, cooking, the whole thing. Okay, then I got to keep my focus there, right?
Right.
That doesn't mean I won't take a gig. That doesn't mean I won't work on music. As a matter of fact, every Thursday I get together with my writing partner and we write songs.
Okay, I was going to ask you, are you still writing music and all?
2 weeks ago, I got a new single in Korea with K-pop, with a group on K-pop. Bro, that's what I'm saying to you is like, I constantly...
Good.
I am full on a singer, full on a songwriter, full on a chef, full on a personality. Like I teach 25 students on average a week globally, via Zoom and in person, and have that aspect of my life too. In addition to being a wife and a mom and, a dog mom and creating this content and everything. It's like, I don't know how I do everything I do, but I am a big advocate of scheduling and sticking to your schedule. Seriously, like that's my trick is like everything is scheduled. Like I schedule the morning poop.
I'm sure.
Kind of. I do. Like I get up at a certain time and I'm like, okay, I've got this 3 hours. This is when I'm going to tidy up. I'm going to feed the dogs. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the morning poop. But you know what I mean? And then I've got my interview with you. And as soon as I'm done with my interview with you, I have this, and then I have this, and then I have this, and then I can chill. And my weekends are really, try to keep my weekends sacred. I try to keep my weekends, like, of course I do jobs, I do cooking demos, I do whatever, but I try to keep my weekends sacred where that's family time. The only thing that's going to pull me out of family time is a really top paying gig or job or something that I've got to do. Other than that, I don't work on weekends. Friday at 7 o'clock, I'm done. And don't talk to me again until 9 a.m. on Monday. But Monday through Friday, I go hard, like work like a dog. 6 a.m. to like 10 daily. And I'm a great.
Yeah, I'm like the same way. But I sleep a little later, and then I'm usually up until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning going.
Yeah, I can't do that because my husband's up at 4:30. So if we go to bed early because he has to be up so early. So, our life kind of revolves around our life together, right? But I'm a great multitasker, and I don't procrastinate. Like it has to get done. Let's get it done. Let's do it and get it done. And like I said, when we got off, I'm going to take all that content and shoot that video and get that up for today's reel. Like I have a time to do that every day. Nice. Shoot the night before, put it together the next day, get it out. Stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's, but no, I don't feel like I sometimes feel like I have too many hands in different pots. And then I'm like, well, wouldn't I be dishonoring aspects of my talent if I didn't do them all? Yeah. You know what I mean? So Thursdays I songwrite. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I teach all day. Mondays, Thursdays and Fridays are dedicated to the auditions, to, doing vocals that I've got to record in my own studio, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and just doing it and putting it out there and auditioning and whatever and going and going and going. That's what Monday, Thursday, and Friday are for.
Love it.
It's if you want something, you're not going to get it by sitting home on the couch. You've got to put in the work. You've got to do the work. You've got to, be dedicated to yourself. I do right behind me. That's a vision board. I do 3 of those a year. Okay. I do 3. Dude, I use everything. I use God. I use vision boards. I use The Secret. I pray to Buddha. I'll light incense. I'll do it all. Because I think we need it all.
Yeah.
To get to the levels in our life that we want to get to. But here's the undercurrent of everything that I've said. Peace of mind, love, and health. Don't get it twisted. Those are the most important things. You got that? Got a roof over your head? Did you pour yourself a hot cup of coffee today? You have electricity? You got running water? Shut the fuck up.
There you go.
We have aspirations. We all have aspirations. We have goals. We have things we want to get to. Right? I'm with it because I'm the same person. But I always step back at the end of the day or how I begin my day and go, I woke up. Wow. Feet touch the ground. Wow. I can still get up. I think people lose sight of that. Just like there are people who can't do that.
Yeah.
There are people who would trade places with you in 30 seconds in a hospital bed fighting for their life, waiting for a liver.
Yeah. So true.
Lost a leg fighting for our country. And you're bitching about, I got to go take my kids for a walk.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Seriously.
I love it. It's the truth. That's the truth.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Really have perspective. They put up this picture of the train station in the Ukraine. One train, hundreds of people trying to get on it to flee a country that a month ago was a thriving European country.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I don't know what you're personally doing. But I'm pretty sure at the end of this week, I want to talk to my husband about what we want to do exactly. But I went on Airbnb and it's just as an idea. There's apartments, $33 a night in Kiev, rented for a week.
Yeah.
They'll get the money. You're not going to stay there. Apartment's probably bombed,
Yeah.
but they'll get the money. There's ways that we can help. We can all spare $200 or $300. We can. I'm sorry. We can. We can all spare two or 300. Don't get your nails done this week. Don't get your nails done this week. Don't get your nails done. Go send that money to the Ukraine. Like, seriously, this was a thriving European country a month ago. And the fact that I'm and what's scary is that, people are fleeing to Poland. I have a friend who's from Poland that lives here, and they're shitting their pants because I don't think this mofo's stopping.
Yeah.
At Ukraine. Okay. And it's scary. And we should all really, really wake up right now because this is all very scary shit. This shit is bigger than everything we've talked about in this podcast.
Absolutely.
Everything. We're dealing with somebody who is so egomaniacal. He actually believes that he will be a victor. Whoa. Huge step. When we come back in 3 years, I hope we're here.
We're not waiting that long. We're not waiting that long.
Whatever the fuck. But my point is this: I hope we're still healthy.
Absolutely.
I hope we're still happy. And I'm a realist, motherfucker. I hope we're still here and not breathing in nuclear particles, because I think this motherfucker's nuts. And I am blown away. I hate to say this. I hate to get political, but I can't believe that our country is just kind of sitting back going, yeah, we'll see what happens. Because I know a couple other people that would be like, oh, yeah, no. Your ass is going to be bombed. Like, we wouldn't even, if we hear one rocket went off, we're dropping on your capital. And I understand that, like, okay, but then you go into nuclear X, Y, and Z and you whatever. But I'm sorry. I think we are not pushing with the force that we should push with. NATO, all of these countries are not. The sanctions, he doesn't give a fuck about that shit. He's like, I got wealth. I got my money. I got my oil. I got my shit. I don't give a fuck about your damn sanctions.
We were the most powerful country in this world, but now no more. It's just proof now. Nobody's scared of us no more.
I hate to get political, but I'm just sitting here going, guys, too much has happened already. And I just know other leaders that would have been like, no way. One bullet flies, we're fucking you up.
That's it.
One bullet. There's now innocent people dead. I cried this morning watching this orphanage. I'm going to get emotional. This orphanage that had, like the flood, they packed up all the kids, and the kids are singing the Ukraine national anthem. They said, can we sing for you before you guys leave the cameras? Oh.
Wow.
Horrible. Horrible. And here we are complaining about gas prices. Shut the fuck up. I mean, we should complain about gas prices because this goes to what's wrong.
Yeah.
Plenty of gas in this country. You know that, right?
We
rely on what was it? Russia. We only rely on Russia for 3% of our gas or something. I don't know if I have the percentages right, but we don't need it. The gas increase is not because of this war and Putin. People wake up. It is because the people that are selling their gas are gouging. And the government's doing nothing to stop the gouge. The government could literally absolutely cannot do that. And they're not. So now you're going to pay $7 for a tank of gas. We have plenty of gas. We are a very rich country. We are rich in resources. Stay blind. Have a good time. Stay blind. But I think everybody should go on Airbnb, find some outlet of giving in a way that you trust. But I think going on Airbnb and renting that.
Yeah, I've been seeing other people do that. Yeah.
In Kiev, those people will immediately get that money. It goes right into their bank account, whether they're there in Kiev at that apartment or not. And boom, you just did something. That apartment probably isn't even there anymore.
Yeah.
But their thoughts isn't, let's get our apartment off of Airbnb right now. Like we're not really rent. What are you doing? Like they probably have to flee. But do that. You know what I mean? Like do
Love
that.
it. Great idea.
You got to do something You got to do something. Everybody in this country, in every single country, at this moment right now, should do something. I don't care. It's $25, $50, $100, $300 a week in an Airbnb, whatever it is. But you have to do something to help these people, because wouldn't you want somebody else to help us in this moment?
Exactly.
That's where we need to be in our mind. It's horrendous and horrible, and we can all sacrifice that. Fuck that.
Absolutely.
Fuck that. Don't go get your hair done. Don't get your brows or your lashes done. Go get your nails done. Don't go out with your girlfriend this weekend. You know what? Go donate that money. Don't be an asshole.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
it.
it.
Let's end on a good note. Let's sing. All right. What are we doing?
Sing for me. Come on.
No.
Round it off with.
I've almost cried like 3 times and my nose is super stuffy. I don't know. What do you want me? What do you want me to sing? I don't know. Oh, there's this new artist named Priscilla Block. And she got her notoriety from TikTok. She would just do her songs on TikTok. She's a plus size girl.
Okay.
I think she's from Nashville.
You know what? I've seen her.
So she's got this
from
song,
Nashville.
and it goes, you can't spell diet without die. I've been eating carbs since 75, and I heard thick thighs save lives. There you go. It's my new fucking anthem. She said, you can't spell diet without die. I've been eating carbs since 75. Oh my God. I heard that song and I was like, I am a fucking fan. But that's it. That's all you're getting. You buy the album.
That's it. There you go. All right, where should we send everybody?
Okay.
To for everything, because you have everything going on.
Everything. I need follow me on IG is really my happy place. So follow me, but on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Deanna, right there, Deanna Bombchica, all together. IamDeanna.com is my website, which, if you're interested, I love one thing that happened during the pandemic is I became an international vocal coach because everything went online. So I teach around the world. So if you're interested in vocal lessons, hit me up, no matter where you live, what time zone you're in. I literally have taught kids in Greece. I have a student in Greece. I have a student in Spain, East Coast, West Coast, North, South, Texas, you name it. So IamDeanna.com is where you can hit me up and if you're interested in voice lessons, and at Deanna Bombchica, please follow me because I'm trying to inspire your asses. Trying to be on your inspiring asses.
She's doing it. Inspire my ass. I'm going to go out and kick some ass today.
Listen,
and every day.
I'm not even kidding right now. I want you to figure out how to take your movement global. You've been doing this long enough. You've put in your 10,000 hours. You deserve it. You have plenty of stuff that you could just pop on there right now. You've got archives. Let's go, man. Joe Rogan, who? Fuck that motherfucker. Turn who? That motherfucker. Come on, man. You can do it. I want you to do it.
I know. I'm going to try. I am. Now you've talked sense into me.
I want you to do it, and I want to be your first guest because I was the one who
absolutely.
Told you to do it. I'm sure other people have told you to go do it, but I'm publicly telling you that I'm very surprised that you haven't knocked on doors and said, how can I get Conan O'Brien has a network. I know Joe Budden. Like, there's different people that they're serious. There's all these things, but
yeah. And
they're incorporating the video.
Interesting.
It's not just podcasting. So I like the video aspects.
Yeah, it's so much better. It really is. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, bye. I gotta go. I got shit to do.
Right. Come on. We're busy people. Hey, thank you.
Pleasure.
Keep in touch. This has been fucking great. Fucking great.
I love you. I could talk to you all damn day. I will do this anytime you need to. But thank you to all your viewers and your listeners and everything. I really hope you do follow, and I hope you were inspired by today.
Absolutely.
And support this guy over here, man. Make sure you support him.
Support her.
Rally behind him, lift him up, lift people up in your life, do something good for somebody every single day. There's such a gratitude and such a beautiful feeling, and you don't have to advertise it. Just do something good. You want to talk about it on social media, whatever, do it, but you don't have to, because he sees everything. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo. Exactly.
Live for that life, not this life, y'all.
There you go. D, thanks so much.
Bye, honey.
Bye, baby.
Bye.